Hi everyone, welcome back to Legal Bee. If you are a law graduate or legal professional aiming for a reputed, high paying, and stable job in a government backed financial institution, then this opportunity from SIDBI is exactly what you should know about. SIDBI stands for Small Industries Development Bank of India, right? It's a development finance institution which is focused on strengthening the MSME sector, enabling the financial inclusion, or supporting small businesses through funding, refinance, as well as refinance, as well as innovation, right? And right now, SIDBI is hiring for legal managers grade B, and the official notification is out. So, in this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know, from key dates to number of vacancies to eligibility criteria to job role and salary, and most importantly, the exam pattern. So, let's begin. Let's look at the important dates. So the online applications have will have already started, have already opened from today, that is July 14th. The last date to apply is August 11th, right? Your phase 1 examination is tentatively happening on September 6th. Your phase 2 examination is set to happen on October 4th, as well as your interview will be somewhere in the month of November 2025, right? So if you're eligible, make sure you do not wait till the last minute to apply. Let's talk about the vacancies in the legal stream. So SIDBI has announced a total of 8 vacancies, right? Out of which 3 are reserved for general category, one for SC, one for ST, and 3 for OBCs, which includes the 2 backlog vacancies, right? EWS as well as PWBD has no specific reservation in the legal stream. So this is a grade B level post with tremendous potential. So competition will be quite serious. Let's start off with the eligibility in regards to nationality or citizenship. So notification stipulates that a candidate must either be an Indian citizen, or he must be a subject of Nepal, Bhutan, or he could be a Tibetan refugee who arrived in India before 1st January 1962 with the intention of permanently settling in India, or it could be a person of Indian origin who has migrated from all these countries to India with the intention of again permanently settling in India. So, if you fall under any of these 4 categories, then you are required to submit a certificate of eligibility, which is issued by the government of India. Right? You may give this exam without this certificate. However, before joining, this certificate is mandatory for you to submit. Moving on to the next eligibility criteria, since we fall under the second category, the age limit is at least 25 years to 33 years. That means you that means a person who is born between 14th July 1992 to 15th July 2000 are eligible to apply for this exam. Remember that this timeline is inclusive of both these dates as well, right? Moving on to the next thing, if you fall under any of these reserved categories, then there is some age relaxations which are also provided. So if you fall under any of these reserved categories, take a note of this if it applies to you. Right now, talking about the academic qualifications, you must have a bachelor's degree in law with a minimum of 50%, uh, 50% of marks if you are from general category. Otherwise, 45% of marks if you are from SC or ST background. Now, this degree must be attained from a recognized university or an institution that is recognized by the UGC or Government of India, or it is an institution or university which is approved by a government regulatory body, right? Apart from this qualification, you must also be enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of India, right? Apart from this, you are Along with this, you are also required to have a minimum of 5 years of work experience as a law officer in the legal department of RBI or SEBI or any All India financial institutions like Exim Bank, NABARD, NHB, NABFID, or SIDBI, right? Or in any scheduled commercial banks, right? Or in any central public sector enterprises, or in any NBFCs which are registered with the RBI. Remember that if you have a combined experience of 5 years in more than one of these institutes or organizations, then you would be eligible for this exam. Now, let's also understand the job role a little bit. So, as a legal manager at SIDBI, you would be responsible for vetting loan documents, verifying the mortgage titles, handling legal cases under IBC, DRT, NI Act, etc., filing and managing SARFAESI notices, taking possession of secured assets, etc., drafting pleadings, appearing in courts or tribunals, advising management on legal risk as well as compliance, right? If I talk about the salary, then you can expect a basic salary of a basic pay of somewhere around 55,200 to 99,750. Your in hand monthly salary could be around 1,15,000, right? Depending on also the location, uh, you know, where the office where where you're relocated. This salary shall also include various perks like HRA, LTC, education allowance, loans at concessional rates, medical as well as NPS benefits. Remember that this pay scale is currently due for revision. So we shall discuss the salary for this post once we have a revised pay scale, right? Then let's now understand how the exam is structured. So this is a three-phase selection process. Your phase one, that is your prelims, is basically common for all the streams and grades, right? So the entire test is basically divided into these 7 sections, right? Totaling to around 200 marks, right? So one question accounts for 1 marks, right? And you will get a minimum of 120 minutes, that is 2 hours for this phase, right? The idea here is that there is a negative marking which is involved. For every wrong answer, 1/4 marks will be deducted. 1/4 marks out of the marks which are basically appended to that question will be deducted, right? So that is there. Now the idea is you have English reasoning aptitude, you have quants, you have computer knowledge, you have general awareness with special reference to banking and financial sector as well as the economic and social issues. Then you have MSMEs, you have your legal awareness as well, right? So only remember that only the marks uh, in general awareness, MSMEs, or the legal stream, right? The stream specific test will be considered for shortlisting. Other sections, your English, your reasoning, your quants, your computer knowledge, all these sections are merely qualifying in nature. Right now, moving on to phase two. This phase has both objective as well as descriptive components, right? So we have two papers under this phase. One is of English, another one is of law, right? The idea here is that in total, this phase is going to be of 200 marks, and you will have 3.5 hours to solve both the papers. Your paper one is of English descriptive, right? So here you will have uh, 75 minutes to solve 3 questions, which are going to be of 75 marks, right? In total, right? So here you will have essays, you will have compensation, you have presses, etc. Then your paper number two is of legal. Now your legal stream is divided into two kinds of paper. One is an objective paper, another one is a descriptive paper. Your objective paper will have around 50 questions of totaling for 75 marks that you have to complete in 60 minutes, right? Your descriptive paper, that is your second paper, this will be of 50 marks and you will have 75 minutes to solve it. You will have to solve 4 questions. You will be given 6 questions, out of which you have to solve 4 questions. 2 questions will be of 15 marks, and 2 questions and the remaining 2 questions will be of 10 marks each, right? Here you have constitutional law, administrative law, statutory interpretation, Contract Act, TPA, NI Act, Registration Act, BNS, BNSS, BSA, legal drafting, RDB Act, SURFACE, Limitation Act, RTI Act, IBC as a part of your syllabus. Remember that the syllabus that is given for all these papers, for all these phases, is only illustrative. It is not exhaustive in nature. The syllabus should be considered as the only source, should not be considered as the only source of information while preparing for the examination. Keeping in view the nature of examination, all matters which are falling within the realm of subject concerned will have to be studied by the candidate, as questions can be asked on all relevant matters under the subject, right? Apart from this, the candidates are also required to prepare themselves for answering questions that may be asked on current or latest developments or acts which are taking place under the subjects, although those topics may not have been specifically included in the syllabus. Right. Apart from this, in every objective paper, you have negative marking. Right. So for every wrong answer, 1/4 marks of the marks assigned to that question will be deducted, right? Your phase 3 is that of an interview round, right, which consists of 100 marks, right? So your shortlisted candidates will have to appear for a psychometric test as well as for a personal interview which focuses on legal knowledge, clarity and confidence, right? Remember that your final selection, right, your final merit list will be based on your phase 2, the scores that you have attained in your phase 2 as well as your interview, right? Phase 1 is just for screening purposes, right? So that is everything you need to know about the SIDBI Grade B Legal Manager 2025 recruitment. This is a highly prestigious post with powerful legal role, top tier pay and long term career security. So if you're eligible, do not miss out. Start preparing seriously and strategically. At ixamBee, we are offering complete legal stream coaching, mock tests exactly at exam level, concept classes for SURFACE, IBC, NI Act, as well as all other acts which form a part of the syllabus for various banking, insurance, as well as other legal examinations, as well as our exclusive Beepedia for current affairs. Link is in the description to explore the full course. Like this video, subscribe to LegalBee, drop your doubts below. I will reply to them personally. All the best, and I'll see you in the next one.